Let us give praise and thanks to Jehovah our God, because He is just good and His loving mercies, they endure forever. Dear friends, you are welcome to the Voice of Hope. And today we want to continue with the lessons from the book of Exodus. Today we are stopping at Exodus chapter 3. You know, one of the most amazing things in life is that when you know somebody prominent, maybe you know the president of the nation, you know your MP, you know this famous person. And what makes it even more exciting is that you don't just know them, but they also know you. And that when you are in public and they are also there, they can call you by name. It makes you feel important. But you know, we serve a God who is more powerful than any human figure. We serve a God who is just awesome. God is the one who made everything. When you have the time and you go on the internet, just go to YouTube and look for some of the things that the Hubble telescope and the James Webb telescope have captured. I mean, talking about NASA, they've captured in the universe. You see the constellations, you see the planet, you see the galaxies, you see everything in our universe. It is so vast that it has no end. All of these things were made by God. I mean, let's come to our universe. He created everything. What am I saying? The God that we serve is a powerful God. And you may think that with all His power, with all the majestic angels that bow before Him, when you read the book of Revelation chapter 4 and chapter 5, we are made to understand that angels prostrate before Him. Some of the angels, the only job they do is to say, holy, holy, holy. This is a God whose description words cannot describe. There are no words. Their words are not enough to describe Him. But despite His power, despite all the things He has, despite all His abilities, this God knows you. He does not just know you, He knows you by name. Isn't that comforting to know that you are not just known by some popular human figures, but you are known by the Creator of all things? When Moses had fled from the land of Egypt and was now, a wanderer in the desert, and finally went to meet Jethro, and he started new life there and about. Bible makes us understand in the book of Exodus chapter 3 that one day Moses was, taking care of the flocks of Jethro, when he saw a bush burning. And the interesting aspect was that this bush was on fire, but the leaves were still fresh. When he drew closer, he heard something. And I want to read for you here. Let's turn our Bibles to the book of Exodus chapter 3, verse 4. The Bible says, when the Lord saw that he had gone over to look, God called to him from within the bush, Moses, Moses. And Moses answered and said, here I am. This is a man who was born and raised in Egypt. This is a man who had lost his identity. I mean, he didn't know who he was at this point in his life. He was a confused person. He had never met this God before. But God showed Himself to him. He did not just say, hey, you come here. Do you know who I am? But God called him not once, but twice. Moses, Moses. Dear friend, the same God who called this fugitive Moses by name knows your name. And because He knows your name, He knows the story of your life. And because He knows the story of your life, He has you in the palm of His hand. I want you to be encouraged. As you go about with your life today, know that you serve a God who knows you personally. He knows you personally. He knows your full name, and He will call to you. Today, maybe He's calling on you. He's calling on you to make a U-turn. He's calling on you to look up to Him. He's calling on you to relax, for the storms in your life will come to pass. He's calling on you to put your trust in Him, because He has a better plan for your life. May God walk with you today. May He encourage you. May He strengthen you. And may this be a constant reminder in your life that God knows you by name. Have a blessed day. Shalom.